Surprise, surprise. Another VAR decision gone wrong in the Premier League. Geez, I can't remember when's the last time this happened. But seriously, this incident must be one of the worst decisions in the implementation of video assistant referee in the English Premier League. It happened in Saturday's prime-time much-anticipated match between two big hitters, Tottenham and Liverpool at the Spurs Stadium. In the beginning of the 33rd minute of the game, Mo Salah passed the ball to Luiz Diaz, who went on to score a brilliant goal. But Diaz's celebrations were muted quickly as the linesman signaled an offside by raising his flag. As is protocol, the spectators waited for the VAR decision to confirm or deny the offside call. During the checking of the VAR, on seeing the replay, the Premier League commentator, Andy Townsend, said this. Quote, "Oh, it's close. I'll tell you, very close. He might even be on there. That is really close. Closer maybe than what everybody thinks." End quote. In a record time of what feels like 20 to 30 seconds only, the match referee, Simon Hooper, on receiving confirmation from VAR, signaled a spot kick for an offside and the match continues. When the match ended, most pundits agree that the Diaz goal was not offside. It can be quite clearly seen from the still shot of the moment that when Salah passed the ball to Diaz, the leg of Spurs defender, Romero, was further than the body of Diaz. And most were puzzled as to why the still photo, which was telecasted live by VAR, did not draw lines on the field. In spite of that, nobody who saw that claimed Diaz was offside. The PGMOL released a statement that reads, quote, "PGMOL acknowledge a significant human error during the first half of Tottenham Hotspur vs Liverpool. The goal by Luiz Diaz was disallowed for offside by the on-field team of match officials. This was a clear and obvious factual error and should have resulted in the goal being awarded through VAR intervention. However, the VAR failed to intervene. PGMOL will conduct a full review into the circumstances which led to the error." End quote. In the post-match press conference, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool manager, had this to say.
How can the ref explain the situation here? So the linesman thought obviously it's worth watching, looking again, and that's why he raised the flag. In the good old times, a linesman should have seen that as well, that this is no offside, because you had these situations quite frequently, and when you see it back, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. But again, nobody did it on purpose. So I cannot, again, whatever I say here, it's just creates headlines, but doesn't help the situation at all. So I'm not in that mood.
But on that, I don't want to dwell on the offside, but PGMOL have just released a statement saying it was a significant error and a factual error. Does that?
Who does that help now? We had that situation in the Man United game. Did Wolves get points for it? No. Oh, we will not get points for it, so it doesn't help. I think what everybody wants, that nobody expects 100% right decisions on field. But I think we all thought when VAR comes in, it might make things easier. I don't know why the people in the VAR are they that much under pressure. Today the decision was made really quick, I would say, for that goal. It changed the momentum of the game. So that's how it is. We scored that goal. It was top, outstandingly well played. In a game where you don't get a lot to feel better, so and then boop, you make that. That's a super important information. That's how we can hurt them. That's how we can beat them. Stuff like this. So it was super difficult.
PGMOL eventually released the audio recording of the communication between VAR and the on-field referees during this incident.
Oh, good. Both holding. Both holding.
Yeah. Leave it though.
Waiting, delaying.
Yes.
Give it.
Coming back for the offside, mate.
Just checking the offside delay. Give me kick point. Let's go.
Yep.
Kick point,
Yeah,
please.
no worries,
So here we are.
Thank you. Wait, okay.
Let me just get a tight angle.
Yeah, give me 2D line ready. I feel as well for frame
Right,
2
so
after that. That's fine.
Frame 2 there.
Perfect.
I've got the time on this. I clocked
2D line on left boot.
Yep. Well, let me just
Romero,
switch
I think
angle.
it is.
I think it might be this angle better.
Hey,
Happy with
Okay.
this angle?
you got good eyes, you don't
Yep.
you?
2D line on the boot.
2D line on the boot.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, no, wait.
So 2D line on the boot.
And
I'll
stop.
zoom
Check
in.
complete. Check complete. It's fine. Perfect.
Yeah. Off. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, mate.
boys, good process,
The
carry
on-field
on.
decision was offside. Are you happy with this?
Yeah.
Are you happy with this?
Offside
On-field
decision, goal. Yeah. That's
Now
what it does.
What?
on-field decision was offside. Are you happy with this
Never
image?
get there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's onside. The image we gave you is
Yeah.
onside.
Left back.
He's played. He's
Yeah.
gone offside.
Out.
Delay.
Clear.
Ollie's saying to delay.
Plays ball.
Ollie's saying to delay.
Red throw.
Pardon?
Ollie's calling in to say delay the game to complete the decision is offside.
Can't do anything.
Ollie's saying to delay. Ollie's saying to delay.
Ollie?
Yeah. Yeah, go
Delay
on.
the game. To delay the game. Stop the
Yeah,
game.
but they've restarted
Nothing
the game.
from on the field.
Can't do
Yeah, they've
anything.
restarted. Yeah.
Can't do anything.
No.
I can't do anything. I
Right
can't do
back.
anything.
Listening to this conversation, the following is clear. VAR got the offside properly checked and concluded, rightly, that Diaz was not offside. But when the decision was announced over the mic, the term used was, check complete, check complete. Since the on-field decision was offside, the linesman had held up the flag. The match referee Simon Hooper concluded that it was indeed offside and signaled an offside free kick, and the game restarted. Meanwhile, the assistant VAR, realizing that the call was for offside, reminded VAR referee, Darren England, of the wrong call and asked to delay, stop and restart the game. The reply was, can't do anything. The PGMOL chief, Webb, addresses this in the second episode of Match Officials. Mid-up, when asked by Michael Owen how the confusion occurs, he said, quote, at the very start of the clip you can hear the VAR, Darren England, say, checking the offside. Then he goes into the process of checking whether or not Luiz Diaz was in an offside position. He is able to do that because the flag was correctly delayed by the on-field assistant referee. You can hear that Darren is going through the process pretty quickly. We often get criticism for being a little bit slow sometimes. People want us to be as quick as we can be. We do focus on efficiency, but never at the sacrifice of accuracy. We need to be accurate. You can hear Darren's trying to be quick, and then he puts a line across onto Christian Romero, and that shows a very clear picture. At that point, Darren loses sight of what the on-field decision was, sees the clear picture with Diaz in an onside position, and quickly, check completes it. The game is ready to restart very quickly. He communicates to the on-field referee Simon Hooper. Check complete, check complete. Simon hears that and obviously assumes that check complete is for the offside or the disallowing of the goal, and the game restarts. End quote. Owen then asked him, quote, why can't the referee, because it is an exceptional mistake, stop the game and say, let's go back 30 seconds, unquote, to which Webb replied, quote, I heard quite a few people ask that question. I understand why people would ask that question. Actually, the VAR and the VAR asked themselves that question too when the penny dropped as to what had happened. I think 20 seconds had passed. At that point they considered whether they could intervene to stop the game, but they recognized that the laws of the game, set by FIFA and the IFAB, doesn't allow that. There's obviously a process in place that sits in the laws of the game about how we use VAR to make sure it is delivered consistently throughout every league in the world. And it doesn't allow you to go back in those circumstances. As such, they decided not to intervene. But I understand why that question was asked, and I know that IFAB are, in fact, before this incident even happened, I knew that they were going to do a full review of the laws of the game relating to the use of VAR. It has been in place for 7 years now. When it was written, there had never been a game that had utilized VAR anywhere in the world. They put a protocol in place and it has served the game really well. But now we have lived experience of situations like we saw this week. We can feed into that as well, and IFAB will look into whether there is a need to tweak some of it. I am sure they will be looking into how this aspect of VAR is used as well. End quote. And it is quite unfortunate that this error happened on the heels of what seems like a line of recent referee mistakes which PGMOL and FA had to apologise for. One was the Manchester United match against Wolverhampton on August 14th, where the goalkeeper, Onana, clattered into Wolves player Kalajdzic in the box. No penalty was given. Instead, the Wolves manager received a yellow card for protesting. Another was Liverpool's game against Bournemouth on the 19th of August, where midfielder McAllister was given a direct red card, without VAR intervention. Liverpool appealed the red card and 3-match ban, which was thankfully rescinded. Another was when Manchester City host Fulham on the 2nd of September. Nathan Ake scored a headed goal in which Man City player Akanji seems to interfere with the goalkeeper's line of sight on an offside position. VAR deemed it not offside and the goal was allowed. PGMOL chief Webb accepted it should have been deemed offside. There are also several other contentious VAR decisions looking at only up to now, match day 8, which did not please football pundits, fans, players and managers. So the big question is, will football be better without VAR? There are some pundits, managers, ex-players and football fans who do not want VAR from the get-go. This is explainable in that football is a very emotive subject for those concerned and therefore very subjective. But do we really think going back to the old times without VAR with a referee and 2 linesmen be the solution? Will there be less contention on the decisions? In my opinion as a football fan and lover, VAR is very necessary for the good of the game. If we think back of the time when VAR was introduced into the game, it was because of the inaccuracy of human referees on matters like goal line and offside. Remember, people used to decry goals that are not given because the referee does not see the ball cross the line, and rightly so. Also, in offside cases, many calls by referees are proven wrong by latter photo, video evidence. Those are the exact reasons VAR was introduced, to improve accuracy and eventually try to eliminate them. As with anything in life, the technology may be 100% accurate, but we need humans to man them. So humans will make mistakes, but the overall accuracy will be improved upon. And the rules will also be improved upon with experience as time goes by. In the case of the main subject, the Luiz Diaz disallowed goal, I wonder what would have happened had VAR told the match referee to stop the game, give the goal and restart the match even after 2 to 5 minutes or whatever. I sincerely believe that most people will gladly accept it, including Tottenham players, managers and fans, and move on. I know there are current and ex-referees who quote the rulebook and say you cannot stop a game once it restarts. That seems absurd to me. Football rules are created to help maintain fairness in the game. What is more unfair than a goal, which everyone, including the critics, accepts is rightfully a goal, is disallowed? So if the rule is not fair, change it. It is as simple as that. There are a few people not only in sports but also in life who are sticklers for rules without reason or compromise. I found out that they are called Jobsworth. Oxford English Dictionary defines them as a person in authority, especially a minor official, who insists on adhering to rules and regulations or bureaucratic procedures even at the expense of common sense. These kind of thinking have no room for improvement. So what do you think will be in the interest of football, scrap VAR or improve upon it? Feel free to comment below of your opinions.